Yeah, so that's just muscle and fatigue. And the stamina that you develop will just come with time. So the more that you practice, the less fatigue you'll get as you build up that endurance. So like I can literally play drums all day long. And for people who marched in like drum corps, you'll do this thing called all days where you will move into rehearsal site and you will rehearse from when you wake up in the morning all the way until it's lights out, and it will be 12 plus hours a day, every day, where you're just going to be drumming, and it's amazing. So you can eventually build up to that point where you're ramming notes all day long. But when you start off, that's just not something that's going to happen. When I first started drumming, I might get tired after, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever. I eventually was able to get to that. So some of the ways that you can do that is just like to get better is literally just practice. The more you practice, the easier it's going to get. Let's say you can only do 30 minutes of drumming and then you start to get tired. Well, try and push yourself to do like 32 minutes and then be able to do like 35 minutes and then be able to eventually push it to 40 minutes and just slowly, like incrementally over time, like progressive overload, start increasing how long you're able to practice, and you'll be able to get through it easier over time. Another way you can do it is to practice on softer surfaces than normal, so you can intentionally try and chop out. So if you put like a towel over your pad or your drum or whatever, that will increase the amount of resistance and decrease the amount of rebound, which makes it so that you have to work harder for it, which can make it so that you can actually like build up the endurance and speed easier. When I do the rudimental streams, I'm using heavy sticks called Hardeman hammers. They're the same thing as a normal Hardeman stick, but they're extra heavy because they're a different type of material. So it makes it so that it builds up your chops and endurance even more. So like that can be an option for you. But literally just drumming more will increase the endurance and stamina over time as it becomes easier and you continue to refine your technique and like use physics to your advantage. If you go into my home tab though, on the tips and lessons, there's a drumming lesson that I want you to take a look at that talks about how to recover after a session. So part of the issue is the not having like the stamina, the endurance to be able to like play in the moment as long as you would like to. But the other problem that you'll need to work through is getting rid of that inflammation and making it so that you can recover, so that way the next time you come, you're ready to go and you're like zeroed out. So this, what to do 10 minutes, 1 hour, and 5 hours after drumming, this particular video can really help out with that. So it talks about different things that you can do to assist yourself to recover after drumming, whether it's like the thing that you eat, or elevate your arms and legs to make it so that it drains the blood out of your forearms or out of your legs if you're doing like double bass, etc. A heat pad or an ice pack can assist with the recovery with that process. So I highly recommend watching this video to assist with that. Before I get to the next tip, I just want to say really quickly that you can find literally thousands of hours of free drumming play-alongs and drumming tips in the link at the top of the description or by going into my home tab of YouTube. 4 different chunks: warm up, stretch and massage, the grind, and then pushing yourself to play faster. As a rudimental drummer, warm up, I might play like stick control or like a flam exercise or rolls or something. Doesn't need to be super fast, maybe 75, 80% maximum tempo for like 3 to 5 minutes. Stretch and massage is the little routine that I did with like all this stuff and like massaging, etc. It takes 3 to 5 minutes. That's the first 2 things. The bulk of what you're going to work on is technique, refining something, especially if you're a rudimental drummer. For the rudimental side of things, the grind is going to be 80%-ish of your practice session, focusing on trying to improve something. What that thing is determined by what data you've collected in previous streams. So for myself, when I did like a Flam 5 stream the other day, I started at 40 and I went up 10 clicks at a time until it sounded really bad and my technique didn't sound good. That gave me data for what to work on when I actually sat down and practiced it. So by playing it at my breaking point, I realized, my left thumb was squeezing too hard. My left hand was switching over to German grip, so it was flattening out, etc. And a lot of the reason why my left hand doesn't feel or sound as good as my right is because I march traditional. And now that I play match grip, it's still trying to catch up to it because this one has had a head start. So I got that data and I took that data and went, okay, I'm going to start at 40 and go 1 click at a time faster and just focus on my thumb, trying to relax that and not moving my wrist over, etc. And then at the end of the practice streams, I chop out. In the timestamps that are in the live streams, it reflects this. So if we look at the timestamps inside of here, this is the warm-up chunk. This is stretching and massaging. And then this long old chunk right here is me playing rodeo. And when I was playing rodeo, you'll notice I'm playing at 40. And I've been drumming for almost 30 years. And I still slow this stuff down and play this slow. It's like that important for you to do as well. But it's this large chunk right here that is the most important thing that you are focusing on. And then at the end, I chop out with something. In this instance, I was chopping out with Blue Devil's 1999 chopping spray. But if you take that pattern of a small amount warming up, a small amount stretching and massaging to keep your hands nice and healthy, your bulk is whatever it is that you need to work on for like 80% of your practicing. And then the very end is just chopping out for fun. That is what I generally recommend for what you're working on. That can apply to multiple different instruments, etc. Warm up, stretch, focus on something that you're actively trying to improve, and then push yourself to play a little faster or just have fun with your playing. 2 hours on a Saturday, you're getting 120 minutes in of practicing. If you do 10 minutes every single day, you're getting 70 minutes spread out every single day. So you might think, well, 120 minutes is better than 70, right? It's more time, but it's less time for your brain to process it and think about it each day. So every night when you go to sleep and you fall asleep, your brain is processing the things that you went through for that day. And if you spend 2 hours on a Saturday, your brain processes it on Sunday and it's like, oh, maybe we should remember this. But then you don't do it on Sunday, you don't practice on Monday, you don't practice, and your brain just like slowly starts to forget the thing that you were trying to learn. So when you come back on Saturday the next week, you're going to be at like level 2. But if you had practiced every single day for 10 minutes, you won't forget nearly as much as you were. So you might be at level 3 or maybe level 4 with whatever it is that you've been working on. So even though it's less time overall practicing, if you're doing just a little bit each day versus like a whole lot on one day, it's more time for your brain to remember the things that you're working on, to process the things that you work on, continue to work on it. That's why I highly recommend practicing every single day for a little bit, as opposed to just like saving it all for like the weekend or when you have the time for it. So if this is a priority and you actually want to get good at something, whether it's drumming or gaming or whatever, work on it each day so that way you just keep reinforcing your brain. No, this is important. No, you need to remember this. No, you need to keep working on that. What should you focus on to get the most progress possible? Learn from as many people as we possibly can. And one way that you can do that is if you go to the home tab on my YouTube channel, scroll past all these play-alongs, but go here, the tips and lessons section. There's over 20 hours of me answering questions like this, as well as some scripted lessons that have like better camera angles, better graphics, etc. But if you learn from more people, that'll give you more different perspectives of things to practice as opposed to following one path, because there's many paths to do that. And the reason why I'm pointing you here is because I share things that I've learned from different people. Sometimes those things contradict each other. So I'll learn one thing from one person, they're like, hey, use more finger. And another person will be like, hey, use more wrist. And then in those drumming tips, I talk about, well, why do I do one? And then why do I do another? Or why do I never do one of them, etc. So having studied with literal like world champion drummers and educators, etc., and paid a lot of money for that, this is the stuff that I learned from them and share for free. That's what I recommend. Home tab. Scroll to the tips and lessons. But it's a good question. The problem is it's just not like one thing that can help you move forward, especially without seeing you play and knowing what your specific goals are. So if you check out that section, because there's over 20 hours of content in there, something in there is going to resonate and be like, oh, wow, I can work on that. And the nice thing is there's thousands of play-alongs on the home tab that like you can practice to like help you out with like work on your flam speed or your roll speed or whatever it is that you want to work on. They're all organized in the different sections. So just click on a header for like technique and it shows you all of the playlists under the technique section, etc.